Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Saya start very good morning sebab kelas kita pada pagi ni ialah kelas Bahasa Inggeris untuk sekolah menengah. InsyaAllah kita akan bersama dengan Sir Hazwan Hamdan dari SMKA Sultan Azlan Shah, Bota Perak. Siri kali ini adalah merupakan sambungan ataupun bahagian kedua daripada siri yang sebelum ini. Jadi tanpa melengahkan masa, kita Edidik Negeri Perak melalui live classroom at Edidik menjemput dan mempersilakan Sir Hazwan untuk meneruskan kelas Bahasa Inggeris untuk sekolah menengah. Sir Hazwan, dipersilakan.
Okay, terima kasih Ustaz D as the moderator for today. Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very pleasant day. As for today, we are going to continue our session for today, which we have started last week. So this is the second part of our session, which is focusing on the summary. So regardless whether you are the Form 5 students or Form 4 students or even Form 3 students, you are all welcome for this session because we're not going to look deeper into the SPM question yet. We are still lingering around the basic skills of writing the summary. So we can see it here. Okay, hi everybody. You can see a lot of people are here today. You can see 77 people are watching right now. So let's move on. So hello everyone, for those who have not met me last week. So I am Cikgu Hazwan, I'm an English teacher. So you can find me at my Facebook, Hazwan HN, or Hazwan_HN in IG. So you can directly DM me, but please introduce yourself a little bit so that I know who you are, where you are from. Maybe you are from Jupiter, from Mars, or from Selangor, from Johor, or from any four corners of the world. So I guess it's not too late for me to wish everybody here, including teachers and students out here, a happy Teachers Day. For teachers who are watching together with their students, so happy Teachers Day. For students, you are also part of this teaching process. So happy Teachers Day in some way, because you are teaching your teachers a lot of things actually throughout this year. Okay, moving on. So last week, this is one of the things that we have discussed, which is summarize means make it shorter, make it represents the text, includes the facts just like a reporter. So you can see here the Clark Kent is the reporter who can easily change himself into superhero Superman. So you have to make something short instead of rewriting it to make it longer. Okay, so in the chat, I want to see everyone say hi, your name, at least for 1 minute. I want to see where are you from in the comment and chat below. I will try to respond to your name, say hi to you back, and where are you from. At least we can see responses in your Facebook or in your YouTube. You can see the chat. Okay, hi, I'm from Five Love. Okay, hi. For Joy, hi. Where else? From Negeri Sembilan. Okay, good. I'm from KL. Hi, Yuana from KL. Atika from Selangor. Athena from Kuching, Sarawak. Hi, hello. Okay. Who else are watching together? Nestle from Labuan. Okay, wonderful. Good morning. Kak Lina from SMK Dairy, I guess. Hi, Nakib from Perak. Hello, Nakib. Athena, my senior. Okay, wonderful. Mima from KL. Okay, we have Connie from Kuching, Sarawak. From Sarawak as well, from SMK Saint Teresa. We have from Kuching, Sarawak, Hasnatul Naim. Hello, Hanim, sorry, Hasnatul Hanim. Hello. Suliana from Selangor. Ramita from Teluk Intan. Hello, everyone. Okay, wonderful. So we have people from everywhere today. From Perak, from Selangor, from Kuala Lumpur, from Kuching, from Lumut, from Negeri Sembilan, from Kuching. Hi, Angeline. Okay, Zulaika from Perak. Wonderful. From Sarike. Hello, Vincent. Okay, moving on. Let's wear your thinking helmet like last week. Make sure you have your thinking helmet. So let's take a look at this riddle, we have the sequence of letters J, F, M, A, M, J, J, A, S, O, N. And then what is the letter that can fit in the next sequence? So we have J, F, M, A, M, J, J, A, S, O, N. So what is the final letter that fit this sequence? I want to see your answer. Write down your response in your YouTube chat so we can see how many of you can respond to this simple riddle. Okay, we can see S over there. Okay. D. Okay, wonderful. Okay, let's take a look at what are the answers. E, D, and J. Okay, you have D. Okay. Okay, we have D, Y. Okay, wonderful. R. E. Okay. Keep on trying. Keep on trying. Okay. K. We have H, K. Okay. So if you take a look at the sequence, you have J, F, M, A, M, J, J, S, O, N. So the final letter should be the letter D, because the sequence actually contains the first letter of each month. So you have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So I know you have been staying at home for a few months now, so you might have um, forgotten that we have 3 months back. Okay, so we have our April, we have our May, we have also our March. So that is JFMAM. So the final sequence is D, December. Okay, so as for today, our session is focusing on summary writing part 2. So at the end of this lesson, participants, so regardless whether you are a teacher or you are a student, we are going to identify main points in the passage, leave out unimportant details, and then write summaries of a short text. So we are trying our best to use these slides. And then if we have time, we are going to do quizzes and also Kahoot at the same time. So it depends on how fast we can go with our session for today. And throughout the session, I will be asking you to respond either through Facebook or through YouTube chat so we can get responses from everyone. Okay, so already let's move on. So let's recap what we learned in the previous lesson. So previously, last Monday, we focused on helping readers to identify important points in the text, helping readers ignore irrelevant information, integrate the central ideas in a meaningful way, so making sure that our sentence makes sense. Okay, our sentence valid, our sentence are grammatically correct. Teach readers how to take a large selection of text and reduce it to the main points for more concise understanding. So this is what we have done last week. Today, we are going to strengthen and deepen our understanding on this summary writing skills. So everybody, let's take a look. Let's just do something. Let's just put things into action. Okay. Let's summarize. Okay, I'm not going to go slow this week. Okay, we are going to straight away do the thing. Okay, so this is a very short text, a very short paragraph. So our sink was clogged. The water was not running. We call someone who repairs pipes and sinks to fix the sink. Okay, so we have this short paragraph. So what we are going to do next is to summarize this three sentences. We try to make it into one sentence or at least two sentences, but with a shorter number of words, or we reduce the number of the words. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so today for this short paragraph, what I want everyone to do together with me is to leave out examples and unimportant details from this paragraph, or from this short paragraph. So the paragraph is, our sink was clogged, the water was not running, we call someone who repairs pipes and sink to fix the sink. So you have sink pipes, clogged, and so on. So we are going to leave out examples and unimportant details. Okay, so let's take a look. So the first thing that we have to see, or we have to read, is the sentences. The first sentence is, our sink was clogged. So that is the situation. That is the what. What happened? Our sink was clogged and the water was not running. So I highlighted the sentence because it is just explaining how the sink was clogged. So that is actually unnecessary details or unimportant details, because the water was not running is just the explanation of how your sink was clogged. Okay, so we might be going to reduce that sentence or omit that sentence straight away, but we're going to take next step. So take a look at the next step. So we strike through that sentence because it is not important or it is unnecessary. Okay. And then we have the next sentence, which is, we call someone who repairs pipes and sinks to fix the sink. Okay, and I highlighted or I underlined the word someone, and I changed the color into green for the whole phrase, someone who repairs pipes and sinks. Why do I do that? Because we can change that someone who repairs pipes and sinks into one word. Okay, so we call someone who repairs pipe and sinks to fix the sink. So who is this someone who repairs pipes and sinks? Pak Mat, Ajidul, or Pak Saleh? Remember, we cannot include our own ideas and thoughts. So we cannot put a name. So we have to put the occupation. So who is someone who repairs pipes and sinks? Plumbers, good. So that someone who repairs pipes and sinks, we have to reduce, we have to strike through, we have to omit that part, repairs pipe and sink, and change the word someone into a plumber. Okay, so our sink was clogged, we strike through, the water was not running, that's not important, we call a plumber to fix the sink. Is that all? Are we done? No, not yet. So next we have the same nouns. For example, we have sink at the beginning of the sentence, and the end of the sentence also the sink. Are we going to use the same word twice in these two short sentences? I guess not. So what we can do is actually to replace the noun with reference word. So instead of repeating the word sink, we change the word sink into it. So our sink was clogged. We call a plumber to fix it. Okay. Okay. So my suggestion is, our sink was clogged. We call a plumber to fix it. Okay. So that's 11 words. Do you still remember how long the sentences before this? How many of you counted the sentences at the beginning of this task? Okay, so at the beginning of this task, if you can see clearly, the sentences consist of 21 words. So our sink was clogged, the water was not running, we call someone who repairs pipe and sinks to fix the sink. That's 21 words. Now we reduce the words to only 11 words. So we are summarizing it without using our own thoughts, without using our own opinion. Our sink was clogged. We call a plumber to fix it. Okay. I can see that somebody is giving an answer, which is Nur Ain Zainuddin. Our sink was clogged and we call a plumber to repair it. Okay, you can see that in the text is given the word given is fix, and you suggest that you can use the word repair. Can we use the word repair? What's your opinion? Okay. My suggestion is fix. Remain, do not change the word. But one of your friend, maybe your teacher over here, is giving a sentence. Change the word fix into repair. So what do you think? Can we change fix to repair? Does it have the same degree of word? Fix and repair, is it the same thing or different thing? Okay, so fix and repair is almost the same thing. So you can fix something, meaning you are repairing it. So you can still use either fix, you just use the word fix without changing it, or if you choose to change it, make sure it has the same degree, meaning to say that it carries the same meaning, but do not suggest the meaning. Okay, so fix it, repair it, same thing. Okay, wonderful. What's the meaning of degree? Last week I've explained to one of the question. Okay, for example, if the sentence says I move from one place to another, and then you change the word move into walk. So instead of writing I move from this place to another, you suggest the word walk. Okay. This is actually not accurate because move and walk, even though it seems almost the same, but actually we are suggesting that the moving is by walking. Okay, because somebody can move by running, somebody can move by jumping, somebody can move by swimming, or even flying if he is a Clark Kent. So we cannot suggest the idea. We can only use the same word or the word that has the same meaning. Okay, but we cannot suggest how it happens. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at this task. This is a newspaper headline. Okay, remember last week when we are doing summary, when we are introducing to you what are summaries? Okay, so some examples of summaries are newspaper headlines. So this is one newspaper headlines. Okay, so the newspaper headlines entitled "The Eagle Has Landed." So let's see what's your opinion about this newspaper headline. What do you think this news is about? Okay, because while we are doing our summarizing skills, we are also sharpening our thinking skills. Okay, so that we can get a clearer picture what summary is. Okay, summary is shortening something, a text which is longer. Okay, some shortening a long text. Okay, so this title, "The Eagle Has Landed." Okay, so you can see a few answers now. You have aeroplane, we have jet. Okay, what do you think this news is about based on the title? Just by just reading the title, "The Eagle Has Landed." So we have a few aeroplane, we have jet, helicopter, wonderful. Okay, has departed. Okay, good, good. Aeroplane. Okay, I give you 1 more minute to think, to give your ideas. The armies. Okay, wonderful, because the eagle is a very good word. Okay, helicopter. Okay, Okay, you think helicopter, wonderful. Okay. Fighting jet, wonderful. Okay, that's a good answer. Okay, maybe one more response. Okay, aeroplane. So most of us, good. We can see a teacher, I guess, over there. Okay, giving a very good answer. The eagle has landed. 2 men walk on the moon. So actually, this is a news about the moon landing back in 1969. Okay, so take a look. By just reading the title, we can summarize what is happening in the whole text. So the eagle has landed is the first phrase uttered by the astronaut. Okay, in Malaysia we have angkasawan, but in the United States we call them astronaut. Okay, so the eagle has landed is the first phrase uttered by the astronaut when they landed on the moon. And so one small step for man, giant leap for mankind. Okay, so actually wonderful. Thank you for your answers. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, good. So we are at the same time we are thinking, we are doing stuff, we are doing our task. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so let's wear your thinking helmet again. We have the second riddle for today. How do you make number one disappear? Mhm. Write down responses in the comments or chat so that we can see your thoughts. We can read your thoughts. Okay. So what do you think? How can you make number one disappear? Okay. How can we make number one disappear? Okay. -1. Next. What are other answers? Okay. Divide it. Okay, you want to divide number one with what number to make it disappear? Okay, this is not a mathematic question, this is actually an English question. Okay, I'm giving a clue here. This is not a mathematic question. You don't need to crack your mind thinking of equations or formulas and so on. This is just a word game. But how do you make number one disappear? Erase it. Okay, erase it. At A to the front, aeon. Oh, that's aeon. Okay, you have none. At N at the front, so that it becomes none. None. Okay, okay, good, good. At letter in front, what letter? Erase it. Okay. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the answer is you have to add the letter G in front of the word one. So it's now gone. Okay, wonderful. We have a good answer over there. Katniss Tan, you have given the answer gone. Okay, so add the letter G in front of the word one is now gone. Okay. Give yourself a big round of applause because we are just halfway through this. Okay, wonderful. Let's take a look. Okay, write a summary about rubbish and what we can do about it. Okay, before this, during our task, I do not give you any instruction, any specific instruction. It's just a general summarizing skill. Okay, you summarize thing without a guide, without a proper question. So now let's take a look at this short paragraph. Okay, and we have a question there. We have a task there. We have a direction. Where is our summary heading to? Meaning to say that we cannot simply summarize something without any guidance. Okay, so our guidance is the question. So the question will lead us to our summary. Okay, so write a summary about rubbish and what we can do about it. Okay. So in this question, there are two things that we should look into, which is rubbish and what we can do about it. Okay, so two things that we need to look into in this paragraph is what is rubbish and what we can do about it. Okay, so two things. So let's take a look at this paragraph. We throw all sorts of rubbish. We can see that people throw away all sort of stuff which they do not need anymore or are slightly damaged. A lot of people, a lot of money can be made from the rubbish people throw away. So let's take a look at this paragraph, okay, and then try to relate is with what is rubbish and what we can do about it. Okay, so maybe 1 minute, just read through. So what is rubbish based on this text and what we can do about it? Also from this text, we are not going to go out from this context. Remember, when summarizing a text, we cannot give our own opinion. So we have to just stick to what the writers have written. Okay. So I underlined two parts of this short paragraph. We can see that I underline rubbish and I color it into purple. I also change into purple the part stuff which they do not need anymore or are slightly damaged. Okay, so that is actually what rubbish is. Okay, what rubbish is. Rubbish are stuff which they do not need anymore or are slightly damaged. Who are they? They, we are the people who do not need the stuff anymore or are slightly damaged. Okay. So this answers the question about rubbish. Let's take a look what we can do about it. Okay. So let's take a look at this part. We throw all sorts of rubbish. We can see that people throw away all sorts of stuff which they do not need anymore or are slightly damaged. Okay. We strike through the phrase we can see that people throw away all sorts of, because that's actually repeating the previous sentence, which is we throw away all sorts of something. So that's the repetition of the previous sentences, the previous sentence. Okay. So we are going to strike through that, meaning we are going to leave that out. That is considered as unnecessary part or unnecessary details of the paragraph. Okay. So moving on. What else? Is there any other repeated sentence or repeated phrase? You can see that the word people throw away also repeated. So we might be changing that, we might be erasing that, we might be omitting that. Okay, we just put a bracket over there. Okay, and then we also have we. Okay, I put a bracket, the word we throw all sort of rubbish. Okay, why we? Because we, okay, when we are writing a summary, it's not our voice, it's the writer's voice. So we cannot say that it is we, it must be somebody else. So people, we have to say something in general instead. Okay, so instead of using we change to the word people. So moving on, people throw away all sorts of rubbish. Okay, stuff which they do not need anymore or are slightly damaged. So are we are actually repeating the word rubbish and also explaining stuff they do not need anymore or are slightly damaged. Are we going to include the phrase stuff which they do not need anymore or are slightly damaged, or we just take rubbish? Okay, so remember the question is we have to answer what is rubbish. So the explanation here is needed. So the explanation in this paragraph is considered as necessary details. It's not unnecessary details. Okay, so people throw away stuff which they do not need anymore or are slightly damaged. A lot of money can be made from the rubbish people throw away. Okay, the sentence still stand, but we still have a lot of words over here. Okay, we are trying to reduce it more. Okay, so we are going to remove the word which. Okay, and also we are going to reduce the word slightly damaged because of the word or. When there is an or, that means it carry the same meaning. Okay, it's not this different thing. Okay, so people throw away stuff they do not need anymore. A lot of money can be made from the rubbish. Okay, there's no plural form for rubbish, so do not write as rubbishes. Okay, people do not write as peoples. Okay, except in certain condition, but yeah, it's always people. Okay, people throw away stuff they do not need anymore. A lot of money can be made from the rubbish. Okay, so this is what we have summarized. Okay, do you still remember how many words we have previously? Okay, so we throw, if you can see that in the beginning of this task, this second task, we throw away all sort of rubbish and so until people throw away, okay, 41 words. And then we reduce it to 19 words. People throw away stuff they do not need anymore. A lot of money can be made from the rubbish. Okay. I can see that there's someone asking how can we get the previous session. So you can just go to this same YouTube channel. You can see our previous session in this YouTube channel. But if you need the slides, I can send it to you. At the end of this session, I will give you a link, an exit ticket. So in that exit ticket, you have to put, if you put your email address, I will send the slides to you. Okay, but I will just send a PDF version of the slides. Okay, I'm not going to give the PowerPoint as a PowerPoint. It's going to be a PDF. Okay, just to be on the safe side. Okay. So in short, okay, today's what we are a bit quick actually. Okay, in short, the important points focus on the topic or subject area, and then we also have supporting details where we can accept relevant ones, and also unnecessary details are example, descriptions, and repetition. So we are actually in our second phase already. Okay, so you can see that how improved you are in this session, because after this we are going to have our session, our quiz session, and our Kahoot. Okay, if we have time. So uh, let's move on. Okay, one pop quiz for today. When writing a summary, we need to leave out what? uh, Repetitions, unnecessary details, descriptions, own ideas. Okay, so what's your answer? Okay, if you do not understand, okay, I'll give you an exit ticket at the end. Okay, and then you can ask me question, you can send me email. Okay, I'll give you the email address after this. So if you need to ask questions, you can also direct message me through Instagram or Facebook. You can find me in the Facebook. I'll give you my ID after this again. So you okay? You can see answers over here. Good. You have A. Everybody is answering A. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. All of the above. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So the answer is all of the above. Okay. So we have to leave out repetitions, unnecessary details, descriptions, and our own ideas. Okay, we cannot put our own ideas into this um, summary. Okay, remember that. This is the thing that we have to remember every time we are doing it. Okay, so uh, we still have time. So before we go to our online quizzes, okay, if you have any question, you can just put your question in the YouTube chat or Facebook chat so that I can see, I can respond to it. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes. We respond to your questions, and then we are going to move to other session, which is quizzes or Kahoot. Okay, whichever that can be done at this time. Okay, so any question? No question. Okay, that's good. Yeah, because we always have no question. Okay. Okay, that's common because when we say that when we ask question to students, there will be no question. But when a teacher asks question to students, okay, there will be uh, chaos in the classroom because you don't have the questions before it. Okay, so good. So you can see that clear. No, no question. Okay, good. Okay, let's try to do something else for today. Okay. Okay, before that, I just want to let you know that if you have any suggestions for our next session, okay, um, because in my mind right now, we are going to continue for another session for summary. But if you have any other suggestion, please do so, okay, because we are going to entertain your answer. Okay, we are going to try to entertain because maybe there are certain things that if that is not covered by your teachers because they are trying to cover the syllabus at the same time. Maybe there are certain aspects in language that you want to cover, you want us to explain to you further. Yes, you may uh, leave your suggestions in the Google form. Okay, I give you the Google form gg.gg/exit 180520. That is the date for today. So in this exit ticket, this is not an attendance list. Okay, uh, I'm going to tell you that this is not an attendance list. So regardless whether you attend this session, you do not write anything in this Google form. Okay, I'm not going to mark your attendance. Okay, so fine. This is just for suggestions. If you want to suggest something or you want to write that I want the slides, please email to me. Yeah, please write. So please do so that I can respond to you. Just give me 2 or 3 days, and then I'll just respond to you. I will just send the slides to you. Okay. Okay, wonderful. You have sentence connect. Okay, somebody is asking about sentence connector. Do we need to close? Okay. Okay, so wonderful. The first question that we can see here is how about sentence connectors? Yes, sentence connectors is important, okay? But you have to take a look at the number of words. If you have enough number of words, okay, do not try to just make sure your sequence connector doesn't make your summary exceed the word limit. Okay, for example, you have written your summary, 120 words, for example, and then you include your sequence connector and it exceeds 120 words, for example. So you should remove the sequence connectors or try to reduce the number of your words in your sentences. But when you are trying to reduce the number of words in your sentences, make sure the sentence stand. Okay, pastikan ayat tu valid. Okay, grammatically and semantically, ayat tu valid. If you remove the word and it make the sentence um, awkward or doesn't stand or wrong, so you will miss the point for mark, the mark for point, sorry. Okay, if the sentence is not complete, even though you have your sequence connectors, you still lose the point. So be careful when you want to include certain word, additional word, and so on. Make sure you do not exceed the word limit. And if you want to reduce the word, make sure the sentence still stand. Okay. Okay, any strategies how to teach them in paraphrasing? Okay, paraphrasing is very good thing. Okay, paraphrasing and summarizing are uh, almost the same thing, but you have very thin line that separates them. Okay, trying to focus on summary first, and then paraphrasing is just by change. You trying to make them change word first. Okay, maybe like what I said just now, instead of if you can find the verb that is suitable, that has the same degree, so you can try to make your students paraphrase it. Okay, so slowly and steadily you can do certain step, meaning to say that you cannot just straight away ask them to change into their own word. Just ask them to find words that they think can be changed first. So and slowly they will acquire the skill of paraphrasing. Okay. Okay. So we have question. Wait, I'm just looking at your questions. Okay. Summary that contain conversation. Okay, how to do summary that contain conversation? That's a good question. For summary that contains a conversation, okay, make sure you take the point itself and change it into passive voice. Okay, so change to passive voice, because when you talk, you are using active voice. To change it into passive voice. Okay, and take the important point. Okay. Okay. So we have questions. If I miss some of the question. Okay, somebody asking about poem. Yeah, we'll go into poem. Thank you for your suggestion. Okay, we'll go into poems. Okay. So, any other question? Oh, if your question have not been answered yet, you can just let me know in the suggestions form. Okay, these suggestion forms, please. If you have question, you can ask. Maybe in the next session, we'll begin with a question and answer. So I'll be responding to your question. Dia macam sesi soal jawab. Okay, so that I will start the next session by answering your questions. Okay, I will try my best to answer questions that I can answer. Okay, so we can start with giving you answer first, and then we start to cover other aspects in English language. Okay, so I guess Ustaz D, let's try do the Kahoot first. Okay. For those who are using laptops, or if you want to use if you can just take a look at your Kahoot. Okay, let's take a look at this. Your game pin is 1877438. We are going to play something, a game, Kahoot. Okay, so for those who want to be in this game, you can just go into this game. I'm waiting for you. We still have a few more minutes before we can sum up. Okay. Okay. She can connect this very detailed. No question. Okay. So for those who want to participate in the Kahoot, let's go to this Kahoot. Okay. Okay. So let's get into Kahoot first. Let's play together. Make sure you are in this Kahoot. Okay. 1877438. Yeah, if you can go into it now, let's do it. We can do it together. For those who cannot participate, we can just take a look. Maybe you can choose the answer at the same time. Okay. Okay. I'll give you another 2 minutes for those who are trying to get into this game. Okay. For those who cannot participate in this game, okay, there is a challenge over there, so you can participate later. Okay, there's a self-paced. You don't have to wait for this session, but you can take a look at your friends answering the question, of course. Okay, the same question. Okay. So we try to get at least 10 participants before we start our game. Okay, wonderful. We have a lot of participants today for our Kahoot. Okay, so let's start. So there are 10 questions. I hope that you are ready. Okay, so what is summary? Summary is a restatement of important points in a text. Okay, let's move on. So the same question. What is a summary? So summary is making a long text shorter. Okay, good. So moving on. So good. We have Rapid Bunny now leading. Next. The following are some example of summaries. Choose the one that does not fit. So wonderful. Movie review is the correct answer. So remember, newspaper headlines is example of summaries. Back cover of a book also example of summaries. Movie synopsis is also a type of summaries. But movie review is not a it's not a summary because it includes opinions and own ideas. Okay, one. Okay. So we still have our Rapid Bunny has the highest answer streak of 3. Wonderful. Let's move on. Number 4. Summarizing means taking only the most important points and leaving out unnecessary details to make the text shorter. True or false? Okay, make the text shorter. The answer is true. Okay, moving on. Okay, so we have Fabulous Frog, Rapid Bunny, Phyllis Puffin, Daring Squid, Clever Emu. Okay, moving on. Let's take a look. When writing a summary, we can use our own ideas besides using the main points. Okay, false. We cannot use our own ideas. Okay, we cannot use our own ideas in summary. So good, wonderful. Okay, Rabbit Bunny is still there. Next. Okay, if you feel that you want to answer in the chat, yes, you may, no problem. In writing a summary, we are allowed to include any ideas of our own. False. We cannot. We are not allowed to include our ideas. Okay, any ideas of our own. Okay. Remember the difference between movie review and movie synopsis just now? Synopsis, you just retell what the movie is about without including your own thoughts and opinions. But a review, meaning you are giving your own thoughts and opinions about a movie. So that's the difference between including ideas of our own and just writing based on what the original text is about. Okay, next. Okay. Number 7. We have to underline the main points and relevant supporting detail to help us in writing a summary, true or false. So for those who cannot answer using the Kahoot, you can just type your answer in the YouTube chat or in Facebook. Okay. So true, we have to underline the main point, relevant supporting details to help in writing a summary. This is just a skill required. When you read long text, you need to underline the main points so that you know where are the points. Okay. Wonderful. Next, 2 more questions before we end up the session. Okay, we can use our own words as long as it doesn't change the meaning of the sentence or idea. Remember just now what I said about moving and walking. Okay. True, we can use our own words as long as it doesn't change the meaning of the sentence of or idea. Okay. Next. Okay, summaries help me too. What summaries help you to do? Okay, wonderful. Summaries actually help us, everybody here, to understand what we are reading. Because after we have read a book, after we have read a chapter in our subject, try to summarize what we have read or what we have learned. Okay. Remember, like what I said last week, summary is not the only skill required for English language. It's not only required for exam, it's also can be used later in your life. Okay, if you attend a meeting, you need to summarize what your the chairperson speaks about. Okay, you cannot annotate each and every word. You have to summarize. You cannot copy each and every word uttered by everybody in a meeting. You have to summarize. But remember, when summarizing, be responsible. Do not change the original meaning of the sentence or idea. Okay, so wonderful. Next. Okay, so wonderful. We have Rapid Bunny, Daring Squid, Clever Emu, Fabulous Frog, and Snowy Dingo. Okay, congratulations to all of you. We have not one more question, sorry. So this one, summarize this. He bought green vegetables such as tomatoes, cucumbers, brinjals, and chilies from the store. So summarize this. Which one is the correct answer? Okay, so if you can see that the sentence is he bought green vegetables such as tomatoes. So the word such as shows that this is examples. Tomatoes, cucumbers, brinjals, chilies are all examples of green vegetables. Okay, so the answer is green. He bought green vegetables from the store. Why blue is wrong? Because you are changing the word store into market. Okay, a store is a store, a market is a market. Two different things, two different venue. Okay, he didn't buy the green from the store. He bought the store and the vegetables. Okay, so the answer is the green, the square one. Okay, good. So let's take a look at the podium. Third one is our fabulous frog. Number two, daring squid. And number one, you have the rapid bunny. Give yourself a big round of applause. Thank you. Okay, so wonderful. So this is our winners for today. So let's go back to our session. Okay, this is our final session. Okay. Okay, so that's all for today. Um, I guess if you have any questions, okay, please don't forget to fill in this exit ticket for today, which is gg.gg exit 180520. Again, I repeat, the exit ticket for today is gg.gg slash exit 180520. That's the date for today, 180520. Okay, exit 180520. In that Google form, okay, if you go to your Google form, you can see that gg.gg. Okay. If you go to your Google form, you can see that you just need to include your name, your school, and email address. If you want to suggest things, want to suggest what to be included in the next session, or you have questions that you want us to entertain, please do so. Please write it in your exit ticket and submit so that we can respond to it in the next session. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. For those who have completed the task, okay, we also have challenges now. So thank you for those who have done the challenge. We also have our quizzes challenge. So you can just do it. Okay, our Kahoot and quizzes. If you don't have your connection is bad just now, you can just go to the challenge and also the Kahoot challenge and also the quizzes challenge. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. Um, Again, Selamat Hari Guru for all teachers who participated in today's session. Selamat berpuasa to all students who are fasting today. Happy Monday. Okay, actually in Perak today is supposed to be the state level Teachers Day celebration. So happy Teachers Day to every teachers in Perak and to everyone. Thank you for your kind words, your participation, your active participation. See you in next session. So I give the mic back to Ustaz D. Okay, terima kasih Ustaz.
Okey, terima kasih Ustaz Hamdan, Cikgu Hamdan atas pengajaran yang cukup menarik tadi ya. Saya ikuti daripada awal hingga akhir. Alhamdulillah, cukup menarik. Tahniah. Dan tahniah juga kepada guru dan juga murid yang bersama-sama kita pada pagi ini. Alhamdulillah kita selesai untuk kelas pada hari ini 1 jam tepat. Dan insyaAllah kita akan jumpa lagi pada sesi yang akan datang. Jadi Edidik Negeri Perak merakamkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan dan terima kasih kepada Sahazwan. Jadi Edidik juga mengucapkan selamat hari guru pada Sahazwan dan kepada semua guru yang lain. Dan insyaAllah kita jumpa lagi pada sesi yang akan datang. Dan sekian, terima kasih.